We are on the verge of actually being organised tonight. I did say on the verge. Let's just make sure that goes out of the way. Now I've almost got everything together. How is everyone going tonight? I hope you've had a golden day, being that it's Monday and you get the opportunity to start the week all over again. There's Ms. Hill joining us tonight. It's great to actually see everybody getting on. And there's a new slide for us. That's going to be our tagline. We're going to have Ms. Phillips explain exactly what that means in a few minutes. So keep that in mind when we get there. Everyone goes forward together. Here we are, Gold Monday, 13th of July, 2020, and we're celebrating our first year. For the next month or so, we'll do that. And I know that some of you have realised that Mr. and Mrs. McCloskey are going to Bundaberg, and just coincidentally in Bundaberg, there is a distillery. I think Jan is desperate to get to the distillery, and she's just making Dan drive her all the way up there so she can pick up her closet supplies. Anyway, here we are. Welcome, everybody. Let's get into it. We are expressing our view as affiliates only. This is not company policy. We don't make company policy. We don't represent the company, and we don't give financial advice. What we're trying to show you is what we've learnt in the last few weeks, and we're going to talk to you sometimes about what we choose to do. If you follow our example, that's a great idea. If you don't follow our example, that's absolutely your choice. We're trying to make sure that we get everybody catered for. And here's what we're about.
Hi there. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. We, the team at Gold Rocks, are here to show you how to become a gold saver, which has far better return than traditional savings methods. Let us show you why you should get started today. When you begin saving, you typically have a goal in mind, whether it be buying a house, paying off debt, studying, starting a business, travel, or maybe retirement. We've always been told to work hard and save. The majority of us have only had the following options: maybe holding your cash in an envelope, a jar, or a piggy bank, opening a cash savings account to earn interest, or applying for a loan. But that means debt, and that's something none of us want to get into. Unfortunately, many people don't understand what saving your money by the traditional way actually means. Cash loses an average of 2% per year through inflation. That means if you saved $100 today, it would have the buying power of $90 in 5 years' time. So then what if you put it into a savings account? The average interest rate across the banking system in Australia and New Zealand is 1% per year. So that $100 would have the buying power of $95 in 5 years' time. A little bit better than the cash in an envelope, but you are definitely losing money. So question, what do they do that you don't do yet? The governments, the banks, and the wealthy, what do they do? Simple, they save gold. Robert Kiyosaki, who we all know as the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, says, gold is money. JP Morgan, one of the most powerful bankers of his era, whose company JP Morgan Chase still exists today, said gold is money. Everything else is credit. And Alan Greenspan, the former head of the Federal Reserve, arguably the most powerful financial institution in the world, says gold is always accepted. And they are just a few examples amongst many others. So why gold? Gold gains an average of 15 to 20% per year. So what if you put your $100 into gold? Well, in 5 years' time, it would be worth at least $175. Would you rather have $95 from your traditional savings account or $175 from your gold savings account? Next question. Why choose our gold and why save with us? Our gold savings account is free to open and has no monthly fees. Our source is the global leader in small increment weights from 0.1 of a gram. And at the time of recording this, 0.1 of a gram was about $10 to $11 Australian. This makes gold accessible to all levels of income. No matter who you are, what you earn, you can now do what was once only available to those with wealth. And helping all people get ahead is something our team at Gold Rocks is passionate about. Our gold is 999.9 gold bullion purity. It has state-of-the-art security against counterfeiting, and our source provides free storage until you choose to have your gold delivered to you. Getting started is as easy as getting back to the person who shared this video with you, registering your free gold savings account, and starting to save your money in gold today. We encourage you to do your own research into all of the information we've shown you. And we look forward to helping you save your future in gold with the team at Gold Rocks. Be blessed.
There we go. Great, Miss Camilla. Now here's a little video that I will run when I click on the button that really supports everything Camilla just said. Supposedly it'll work.
During these uncertain times, what really should investors be holding right now? Well, our next guest argues that it's gold. Joining me today is E.B. Tucker, author of Why Gold, Why Now? E.B., welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, David.
First off, congratulations on your new book. It came out recently. It's been on the market for what, less than 2 months, E.B.?
Yeah, about 4 weeks right now. So it's on Amazon and paperback, and also on Audible as an audiobook and Kindle.
And offline, you were telling me you've had great success so far, so congratulations. Tell us about the synopsis of the book. Why Gold, Why Now? What does this title mean?
Well, the subtitle is The War Against Your Wealth and How to Win It. I mean, and the second part of that, how to win it, is really important. I mean, everyone knows kind of something is wrong, and we have to kind of back away and give them a bigger picture of what we're talking about, because all the time you're having me on to talk about where the gold price is going, and usually what I tell you, it ends up happening. And the gold price this year is going to $1,900, which is about another $130 away. But what does that even mean? And what good is that? I mean, the average person works for dollars and sweats and works extra hours and sacrifices today for a better tomorrow in dollars. But all the while, the dollars are becoming less and less valuable. I mean, David, you know what this is. This is a 1 ounce American gold eagle. We all know what this is. And this is how many $1 bills it takes to buy that gold eagle. Okay, this is $1,800. And what's interesting to me is that this is how many dollars it took to buy that gold eagle in 1925 or 1930, all the way up to 1935. And I think people just don't understand. The ounce of gold didn't change at all over that period of time. But the amount of dollars, went from this many to this many. And I think people need to understand that stack of dollars is going to continue growing and growing and growing. I mean, we'll put another 100 on it when the gold price goes up. And if your wealth is held in dollars, you're earning dollars at work, you're saving dollars, you plan on retiring, your wealth advisor says you need this number of dollars to retire. Okay, great, I'll go get those dollars. But all the while, the dollars are becoming less valuable. That's what we're trying to share with people is now's the time to think about that, not 10 years from now.
And look where that video stops. Isn't that a great indication of what we've all been on about for a while? Gold is, without doubt, one of the best storage mediums of wealth that there is in the world, if not the best. So let's not worry about why this is going like it is. Like we all look around. I've got a friend who said you can't eat it. Okay, well, even if you can't eat it, maybe you need to think about what it really does. Maybe it's not the fact that you can't eat it, because a $20 bill doesn't taste real good unless you put chili sauce or tomato sauce or something like that on it. And then it's a little bit hard to swallow. So it's not about what can you do with it. It's about having the gold, because gold will intrinsically improve in value. So what's next? Set up a free Karatbars account. There's no fees if you're not already a member. You can join as a customer or an affiliate. It's free both ways. The customers pay full retail. The affiliates buy at wholesale. It opens up other income streams. There's more products, and you can trade gold and crypto, and we're going to talk more about that tonight later. Here's the wealth principles that we hold to. Make sure you pay yourself first. That's what I do. Try and establish a residual income. Been trying to do that all my life. This is the first time I've done something that actually developed something like a residual income. Limit your tax exposure. Everyone does that. It's just that some people are more successful than the others. And stay ahead of inflation. We all try and do that. It's just an amazing thing that happens to us. We get caught in that loop, and we seem to be putting out fires rather than getting ahead. So tonight we're sponsored by Easy Shopping Cards. You can get free gold if you do your grocery shopping at Woolies. You need perfume, Priceline Pharmacy. Need a Karatpay account, and you get free gold for all of that shopping. Where else can you do that? So here's our member segment. We're going to have a couple of people talk tonight. The first one is Ms. Phillips. Can you join us, please, Carolyn, and talk about our new tagline?
Certainly. Can you hear me, Derek?
Yes.
Fantastic. Hello, God Rockers, and happy birthday, Harry. That's a great visual, that guy holding one gold coin and then a small stack of paper notes and then a huge stack of paper notes. Great visual. Thanks for that, Derek. Everyone goes forward together. This is our tagline. Derek and I have been talking about it. I guess we were feeling that sometimes we're not really certain about the corporate direction. We're not really certain of who to listen to or follow, but Gold Rocks has our brains trust, and we decipher and we distill the information that comes to us and how we figure we can benefit going forward. And then we let everyone know. So Derek and I are always keen to help everyone and see everyone do well. How to use what we've got. Some people have got gold, some people have KBC over the past year, now that we've just hit our 1 year mark. And how do we make whatever we have work for us? And how do we win? So that's what we're here to do. Everyone goes forward together. We're committed to keeping you informed. We're committed to looking after everyone and including everyone for our golden future.
Thanks, Carolyn. Yes, everyone goes forward together. We're not going to leave anybody behind. Some of the groups that we've seen on Facebook and some of the YouTube channels, they've ridiculed the little people, and I find that really disgusting. We are made up of a whole bunch of little people. We are the little people. And to find some of these leaders that just want to put the little people down because they didn't have enough money to become one of the big people, I find that offensive. So we're going to make sure that nobody gets left behind. Everyone goes forward together. We will work out a plan with you. If you're one of the people that don't have many coins, we'll work out how to help you. We've got some options coming later tonight where we'll talk about what's going on in the future. And yes, we're going to make sure that you go forward with everybody. And that's correct, Richard. Everyone had to start somewhere. And because some of the little people have come along later than the early ones, I find it offensive that they're being discounted. Now, Mr. Dobson, are you there, Mr. Dobson?
I'm always here, Mr. Miller. Haven't
Excellent.
missed a call yet, won't miss one either. Well, yeah, what a fantastic words there, Carolyn. That's a great tagline. I really, that's inspiring, because it's always been something that you and Carolyn have done for years and years and years, and not just in this business, but it's just what you're made of. Mate, who's this EB Tucker? I think he's going to be my next Robert Kiyosaki. I really, really like it. What is it? Why gold? Why now? Is that the book?
Yep, that's it.
I have to get that, I think.
Isn't that a great little video?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, just a couple of dollars there. I know we talk about that, and we do those comparisons with the car and the kilo of gold, but that's exactly the essence of what we talk about, isn't it? You know, the devaluing dollar, and look
Absolutely.
what it does. You know? It's awesome. So, mate, am I going through a couple of things here? Is this what
You are?
All right. So, welcome, team. Great to see again. Fantastic numbers. You can just tell that there's something in the air, even though it's freezing again here in Queensland. There's a lot of information coming from corporate, and we're just
A lot of changes.
A lot of changes. I think they're the right changes. I think there's been some issues with where they've gone this year from what we expected, to be brutally honest. I haven't been completely happy with everything, haven't believed everything that's come out and hasn't come out on time. But I think Harold, and I believe in him, and I think that he's going the right way, and these next few months are going to set us up. So basically, what I wanted to do was go through a checklist.
Yep. Let me just go through this slide.
Okay.
The regulations that we're talking about changed last year. So the utility tokens that we had, they're a transaction token. So they have a use. That's the KBC. Security tokens have a value, and that's what the new coins are. Hence, you can't switch from one to the other, hence the need for V999 coin. So let's just make sure that you have everything prepared for October the 15th. That's what we're about on these calls. Make sure you understand what's going on. Make sure you can get help if you don't understand. And this is a checklist that Mr. Dobson came up with.
Yeah, okay, well, and that's true. And as this rolls out, we're going to add all the information, but only as it rolls out through the corporate back office. So we spoke last week, and we'll take some questions on this after I go through this if you want. I love it when I get on with Derek, because he gets all the hard ones and I just flick past them over and answer the easy ones. But the reduction plan, so what a lot of people have said to me, and it's pretty simple. They're trying to bring all the coins back to the carrot bit and reduce the amount. I think it's going to be to about 4 to 1. But as of this month, if we do it this month, there's a 25% extra value that we get. And what I've found out through, again, it usually takes me a week or two to listen to all the information, to cipher it, but and then I talk to Derek about it before these calls. And what that is going to be 25% of the value of the coin on the 15th of October. All right, so that's really important to understand, that if you do it now, you're going to get more value than if you do it next month or the month after, because obviously the discount is less. So this is what I'm hoping most people, if you've done the reduction of any amount, can you just type a Y in there? I just want to see if people are starting to get this. So they're talking about reducing the supply, increasing the market cap. So that's got to help the price on its own, So I think that's pretty exciting. So that's the first thing that we want everyone to do. This is what, again, it's up to you, but we suggest you do it. This is what the Brains Trusts are doing. Still trying to get access back to Carrotbit supply. Okay, we'll talk about a couple of those things after I go through the checklist. Number 2 on the checklist is the V999 stable coin. Again, we're encouraging everybody to register for this, because we can't do anything. We can't buy anything yet. We've got till the end of the month. And again, we spoke about this last week. I at that stage was waiting for my KYCs. both Amanda and myself had that approved the next day. Hopefully everybody's at that stage. If not, here's a reminder. All the steps are in your back office. They're in latest news. It's probably the 4th or 5th last announcement. Go through it step by step. There's a couple of issues with reducing the size of some of your KYCs, the password, things like that. But it's all in there, and there's plenty of people to help. So that's where that's seen. The number 3 on the checklist is the purchase of cash gold. That's all we can do at the moment, apart from obviously talking to people, which we should be all the time. And I'm really excited by the fact that there's something in this for everyone now. I'm going to personally learn more about the crypto world because I can see extra incomes. And this has always been about, this whole journey is about income producing assets, some income generating assets. And here in Australia, the IGA is known as something different. But if you keep that in mind, you're going to, I think it will all benefit. So cash gold, you can purchase that from 1/10 of a gram. We all know that. There's nothing new, and you can purchase it when you want. So that's what we're suggesting that people do that have got their packs and are talking to those, apart from going back to everyone in their team. Because remember, as of the 15th of October, any KBC that is not on Karatbars will disappear. All right, so it's going to be worthless over time. So, this is important. So get that done. That's step 3. Get as much cash gold as you can. Keep acquiring it, a little bit each day, each week, whenever you can. I'm not telling you how much. It's up to you. Everybody knows their budget. We all should be paying ourselves first. Should be putting aside 10%. The richest man in Babylon, he's taught me that. Karatbars has taught me that. Step 4 is to set up your platforms. Now, this again is something is free. All it's going to take is a bit of time. And the platforms that we're encouraged to set up for the upcoming trading bots is, the number 1 there is Binance. So number 2 is P2P, B2B, and I'm told that that's peer-to-peer and business to business. So and Bit Finance. I set up the first 2. I did that last night, and I found it quite easy to set an account. The reason what those 3 are about and why I've got Bit4X on the next line down is that the first 3 apparently are going to be good for trading. I'm going to talk about that in a second, so I'll leave it at that. But if anybody wants to just go ahead and set those up or ask some questions, you can just do one every couple of days. It's not something that has to be done now. This is a checklist. This is a reminder of what we suggest is a good thing for everyone to do. And then the Bit4X apparently is where we can purchase KBC. Now, if there's anyone that's done that, then you crypto gurus out there, let us know, because I had a little look at that last night and it's got me baffled. So they're encouraging us to go to other exchanges and bring back the KBC and buy it. And of course, if you do that, you're going to get it at a song, and I believe the value will be far increased by the 15th of October. Okay, so that's number 4. Those things there, get those done, and then number 5 is be ready for this week's new packages. So we heard on last week's corporate call that we're going to have some sort of trading bot program. I'm not going to go into too much detail, except that be prepared for these. There is, I believe, trading for amateurs. There's one that you can do on your own. There's one you can mirror a pro or someone that's a bit better at trading, and a third one for auto trade. They did touch on the prices of these, and I felt that they were fairly reasonable. So I'm personally going to have a crack at that. If it's going to create an extra income for the family, for us, then I say, why not? Let's do it. I mean, it's more money we can put back into gold and into this program, and obviously create as much income as we can. And the other one is the K University. This I'm hoping is really cool, because again, there should be information on the trading bot. We don't know exactly what that is, but that's the B part of being ready for these packages. And that's again, there's all different. There's professional levels of that. They touched on that last week. I know Derek will pull it apart, and we'll chat about it. And by next week, the amazing team, some of the stuff that Jan and Camilla have put up on goldrocks.me, our Facebook site, it's been brilliant. You know, the team is just exceeding themselves. So, mate, I just wanted to touch on the checklist there. Maybe we can sort of go through and answer a few questions, and if anybody wants to ask, then pop on. Let's sort of keep you up to date. Keep them relevant to what we have and what we know, not so much on what you think or what we think might be coming. So can we buzz through anything there that anyone's got? Bitforex is annoying to register on. Okay, Camilla, thank you. Not as easy as Binance, right, Roger? I've done this one. I can help everyone to optimize. Who's that? Stephen Reed. I like that. Stephen saying he can optimize. Just be reducing the amount of coins on the market won't increase the price, will it? Mate.
15th, on the 15th, I think, is the day that they're
utility coin
creating it.
Yeah. Well, there are a few other reasons for that. They talk about reducing the supply should increase the price. If more people are purchasing it, which I know a lot of people in the business will, a lot of people will want to do that because, and it's still a utility coin. You spoke about that, didn't you, Derek? You know, it will be used as a utility coin, as gas, I believe, to supplement the stable coin. Can you just put all your assets into just Binance and let it ride? Well, yes. Why wouldn't you be able? Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's the thing, there's different levels of experience and expertise in this in the group, and also the information we're going to get.
You only actually need one platform for the trading bot to work in. You don't have to have multiples.
Yeah,
you can have multiple accounts within Binance or the others, but find the one that you're most comfortable with. The one that the trading program promotes heavily is Binance. They find it easiest to work with.
I think you're going to touch on a little bit about that later, aren't you, mate?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
So I just wanted to, just to remind people that this is where we are at the moment. There is more information coming. There's more clarity on. Well, I'm sure we'll have the card fairly soon too. The new debit card. I believe that's rolling out this week. Yeah, rolling out this week.
Yep. Harold was on the YouTube channel promising to have all the payments in place this week.
Yeah. So again, when that rolls out, we're not going to talk about it tonight because we don't have it at the minute. If Karatbars wants to reduce the number of KBC in the market, why can't they delete the 2 million that are not used yet? No idea.
No idea, Frank. They're burning coins regularly, I believe.
Sounds good. Thanks, Stephen. From Jan.
Yes.
So I might just hand this back to you.
Thanks, Brent.
If anyone's got anything, we can talk about it during the presentation.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, we've got some terms that we're going to go through tonight that were in the latest news about a week ago. How will the KBC replacement be valued? We talked about that. It's on the 15th of October. That's all we know, Malcolm. We've got no concept of how they're going to work that out, other than it's based on the market price. That's all the information we've got, despite 50 or 60 emails and requests for information. That's why we have got a new tagline that says everyone is going to go forward together. We're going to work this out. So from the 1st of July, we have a pre-market situation for the V999 coin. So you can register on that beta version of the website. The information is in the news section. And you can make sure that you understand it by reading everything that's in the news section. And we will also have available in an email this week, get you more information with some links and some education programs that we've got here. What's this? Steve, and the bonus we go in the value of market, 15th year, the value goes to the time deposit, whichever is the greater. Yep. It's actually on wait until close of the 31st. KBC price is going up all the time. Yep, you can do that. You don't have to deposit it into the wallet until the 31st of this month. So if that's how you think it's going to work, you can take that option. Okay. So let's get on with the next bit. 31st of July, you can start the sale of V999 coins, and make sure that you understand there is a transaction fee. If you own the coins, the transaction fee is 0.02% of the transaction. And so that involves the seller and the buyer as soon as the coin is actively traded. They're talking about the general trading period starting on the 15th of October. Now, here's the issue. Don't put yourself into debt to buy these coins, because 0.02% is not much on a transaction. Yes, it's great if there's 1,000 transactions a day that you're getting paid for. But what if some dude in Switzerland decides to put $5 million into these V999 coins and sit on them? No transactions. So there's some things that we need to consider. Have an each way bet. I'm not going to create anything additional. I'm just going to go with what I've got in cash gold and swap it over to the V999 coins, because I think the money to be made is in the trading of all of our assets going forward. The secondary market, it starts on the 15th of October, and it basically means everything goes public. Make sure you prepare for the 15th of October. The KBC Reduction Plan, they'll be converted onto the mainnet on the 15th, and it's mandatory that all the KBC coins you want to take on a mainnet are in Karatbars. Make sure you understand that. That's why they're saying go on to Bit4x or whatever it was. Bring KBC into Karatbars, because only the coins in Karatbars will go onto the mainnet. And people that own coins that aren't in Karatbars, aka KBC, they will be useless after the 15th of October. In fact, KBC will be delisted on all exchanges after the 15th of October. And on the same day, the new mainnet coin will be listed on at least one partner exchange. So there'll be Karatbars and another exchange. So make sure everybody that is in your team, everyone that you know that has these coins, brings them to Karatbars to get them swapped. Make sure they understand that 15th of October is the deadline, and they're going to be swapped into the mainnet coin at 4-1. I'm reading between the lines that we get more dollar value in our coins, but a smaller number. So the bonus for July is 25%. That's the best value in our opinion. I've listened to some people talk about they're going to hold their coins till the 7th of October because the price will be higher. It doesn't mean you're going to get more coins at the end, and you're going to get a much smaller bonus. So who knows what will happen? It's going to reduce the number of coins in the marketplace by 75%. And we need to see that there is something coming that we don't know about yet to be a use for the coins. And you're right, Wal, there is an option on the IPO stuff coming back to us. We'll talk about that in a minute. But remember, the bonus is paid out and calculated on the 15th of October. Do we have any questions on that so far? And just try unmuting rather than typing, because, yes, Carolyn.
Yes, I have a question. My understanding is that those people who have KBC from 2019, we all put it on Karatbars because that's what we were expected to do before the 2.54, the increase. So I'm figuring that most people who are listening and who are on the call will actually have their KBC and Karat bit. Do you think my assumption is correct?
Yes.
Great. So
I personally don't know anyone that has coins on another platform.
Yeah, cool. So everyone who's on the call, actually, we've already done that. We've already got our KBC on Karat bit.
I would hope so.
Yes, cool. So anyone who has less than 10,000 coins, then that's going to be a concern for the reduction plan. And
they'll still enter the reduction plan, but they can't go into the bonuses.
Okay.
So if they're close, they can top up a few coins, or they can just wait until the reduction, and then we'll come along and pick them up and bring them to the trading platform so they don't get left behind.
Absolutely. Or if they do want the bonus, then speak with your active upline and we'll come to an arrangement to make sure you have 10,000 into the reduction plan.
That's an option, absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. So please, if that's a concern to you, then speak to your active upline.
Okay.
And my other comment would be, I'd love to see the name of the reduction plan actually called a renewal plan. But that's just a comment. Yes, the Germans, because they're renewing the KBCs and going through a renewal. Yeah. So,
and we will have a completely different coin.
Yes.
Which I don't know what the name is yet. I only found out it was 4-1 by accident in between a correspondence with the office.
Cool. Thanks, Derek.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes. What do you mean?
KCB Exchange. Hello, Frank.
Yeah. What do you mean by 4-1? 4 what to 1 what?
4 KBC.
Yep.
To 1 new coin on the
V999, is it?
No, not the V999. There's 2 new coins coming. One is the replacement for KBC.
All right.
And one is the V999 coin. So the replacement will be mainnet. It'll be on the mainnet. It's their own proprietary blockchain.
Right.
The V999 coin is a gold program. So the gold, the V999 coin is gold. The new KBC is a utility coin. I don't know what they're going to call it, but it will be on the mainnet blockchain.
Right.
Okay, so there's 2 new coins coming. KBC is going away. Unless they call it KBC on the mainnet. That would be a silly thing to do, I would think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Stephen. I think only affiliates can get Karatbit account. I'm not sure how they stand legally with people that have bought coins and have them on other exchanges. We would need to, as long as we've got ourselves covered, we're okay. The V999 coin is a stable coin, always valued at 0.1 grams of gold. Yes, 1 unival. KBC goes over to the mainnet coin. That's a utility token. And the univals, aka cash gold, go over to the V999 coin, the stable coin. Malcolm Langford saying currently less than $100 to purchase 10,000 KBC. That's good value if you can make it work. Okay, let's move right along. The V999 coin. 1 Karatbars V999 coin is 1 unival, as we've just discussed, which is 1/10 of a gram. Do not confuse this with the existing V999 coin that is 1 troy ounce. I know people, this is a German organization. It's never occurred to any of them that having 2 coins called V999 might be confusing. The V999 system, the V999 organization was in existence a while ago. They have a coin already that is 1 troy ounce. That's 31 grams. The V999 coin that we have access to in Karatbars, I hope they will change the name of it when it launches. I really hope so. There's no reason for it to be called the same as the other one, although it has the same backing. It is actual gold.
It would be good if they gave us the 31 grams of gold for
of course it
the
would.
Karatbars coin.
Indeed. So 1 Karatbars V999 coin can only be purchased with cash gold at the moment. It's the only way you can get it. Any affiliate can unload their online wallet. So that's the KaratPay wallet. You know, for months they've been telling us, put your cash gold in KaratPay because there's an 8-week wait before you can do anything with it. Well, it's instantaneous to unload that and put it back into your Karatbars account. Now, here we go again. I've watched numerous webinars of supposed leaders telling us that if you buy the V999 coin and you sell it out into the market price, you're going to get between 80 and 85% of your money back when you sell the coin. Right. So this is a stable coin that we're trying to encourage people to use as a trading medium. Why would someone use a trading medium that costs them 20% every time they use it? Once again, we've got a whole lot of supposed leaders that are spewing out information that does not add up, and nobody has stopped to think about it. So just be careful, people, when you're watching webinars, you're in YouTube, you're in Facebook watching things. I think some of these guys get off on hearing their own voice. That does not add up. I do not know a single trader that would ever use the V999 coin as a stable coin if it was going to cost them 20% of their deal. It's not going to happen. Okay, so just be aware, pay attention. That rumor came from many webinars and platforms that are out there today, live. Clearly, that cannot be the story because no one's going to do that. Every time there's a V999 transaction, 0.02% goes to the owner of the coin. Now, if you compare what we're trying to replace, which is the USD Tether, USD Tether has a fee structure that is 0.00014. Who's going to replace USD Tether when they pay that as a fee compared to 20%? That information is not correct, is all I'm saying. I don't know what the real number is. I don't know what the transaction fee is for the traders, but I can tell you it's a long way from 20%. Okay. Bonus Univals, QR codes and IPO vouchers. This is something I've got a vested interest in because I've got a bunch of QR codes. Bonus Univals week will be exchanged for the V999 coins. And once you own them, you get the percentage, 0.02%, 7 bonus Univals, 1 security coin, 1 V999 coin. The QR codes that have not been redeemed yet, like mine, you will be able to convert them into 10 new V999 coins. That's a fairly standard exchange rate. And the IPO vouchers. Is this, hang on, is this automatic conversion bonus Univals for V999? I believe it is, Brad, but I still haven't had an answer to that as an automatic conversion. Follow the instructions for your IPO vouchers. There is no instructions there yet, but I can tell you that those vouchers are coming back, and that's what you were asking about before, Wal. That was to do with the IPO rollout for the bank and several other things. Those vouchers are coming back to us. Now, given that they were KCB, when they come back, you'll get a 2.4 multiplier. And then you can get the 25% bonus on them as well. So there you go, 2.54, whatever the exact multiplier is. I rounded it, Brent. A 0.02% digital tag applies to all VNV and stablecoins purchased. That is correct, Stephen. All the coins that we purchase in the pre-market, we will own them, and you get the fees on it. I thought there was a choice with these. Yes, you can leave them in there, Brad. You can leave them in there for shares. That's the way the instructions will be in there. So I'm understanding that they are going to do an IPO later, but given that I don't know what the IPO is about, I don't know what the company is, I don't know what that company is going to do, I have zero information on it. And if I'm making that decision, I'm going to take the decision to move it into something that I can see rather than something that's rumored to happen in the distant future somewhere. That's why I'm going to bring mine back and put them in the trading platform. If there is an IPO, I'm sure we'll all get the opportunity to get some shares if we choose to. Questions on the fees. My understanding is they'll be paid in the new mainnet coin. That's all I've heard so far. Nodes and vaults. Mr. Saravalli's got a couple of these bad boys. I've been told and heard in a couple of places that there's a lot of information coming on how to apply for one, but if you're an existing node holder, you will not lose your spot. That's very important. The proof of stake system, it works like a node or a master node. You get paid similarly based on transaction, and that's another way that they're going to reduce coins that are in circulation. So it's just a great way to improve the security of the blockchain and reduce the coins that are in circulation. All the vaults will be phased out, but the programs already running will pay out the required gold, and bonus univals will be converted back to the new coins. So if you've got vaults, that's the button you click, not the cancel button. So make sure that you understand and follow the instructions when it comes out. Cancel and create the reduction plan. Do not click the cancel button. Then you'll still have some gold coming in a year's time or 3 months or whenever it was. The crypto bank in Miami is finally coming to fruition. They will have it going on November the 1st, apparently. It will have a crypto card. Now, it looks like we're going to have access to 2 or 3 cards. I don't know which one's going to be the best yet. I see what they're saying about this card. I don't know if there's going to be a card with the wallet that we're getting. It looks like, from the description, the wallet we're getting this week in Karatbars is the V999 wallet. That would make sense. But it comes with a virtual card as well. This card that they're talking about with the crypto bank has an e-paper display. That means on the back of the card, it's like a credit card. And on the back of it, there's an LCD panel that will display characters. So you can put text on it, characters, etc. It will work the same as a Google Authenticator. It will let you select different functions on the e-paper display. So it's quite a cool technology. You can use the card to store your coins because it's then offline. You can redeem physical gold, etc. Set up a gold-based savings plan, which we can do now. Log in with a 2-factor system similar to Google. So it's got multiple uses. And once the bank is open, there's lots of other new functions apparently that they're going to bring into the community. But until we know what they are, there's no point in us even trying to find out what they are and talking about it. So now we're going to go into some of the trading options that are coming. I'm going to talk about the packs in a moment. But this is from our crash test dummy who's actually got involved in the website Crypto Robotics and looked around. Don't do that if you're hoping to take part in the Karatbars system, because you cannot transfer. We have someone who has foregone that just so that they can test drive this for us. Now, here's how it works. That's a real blurry image there on the screen. We tried to make it clearer, tried to blow it up, tried to do all sorts of things. Couldn't do it. But this is what the first line says. They're trading Ethereum and USD Tether. The trade was launched on the 6th of this month. They've got a buy range, they've got a sell target, they've got a stop loss, etc. That's an open trade. So that means that's still running. Here's the next one down on that screen. It's a different pair. So they picked two cryptocurrencies. And that was launched on the 6th of the 7th, and it's already closed. And that trade made a 10% profit. Now, if you can do that in a day, what happens if you do that every day in a month? That is a sizable return. And our crash test dummy has done quite a bit of work in this, and you can see here's some of the robots. They all have a name. They are interesting in the way they do it, but you can see that those percentages are amazing. You'd be pretty happy if you could get that out of your bank in a year, wouldn't you? Well, what if you could do that every month? And if you look at the top of that little image there, you can see that the blue button is 1 month. That's what those robots returned. And they're Ethereum, USD Tether, Ethereum Tether, Ethereum Tether, Ethereum Tether, and Bitcoin. So they're not even high turnover. That's what you call automated trading. Now I'm going to show you another slide, and I've blocked out some of the information so it's not in your face. Some of it's private, and the yields, I had to put a sign up and say that's a lot because, oh my goodness, they were rather silly numbers. And if you look at the crypto robotics system, they've got 25 people following that trading package. They did 166 trades in all. I can tell you that that total profit for the month was hundreds, plural, %. And you can see the price per month there. That $19, I believe, is included in the package that we have. But I'm blown away by what this is going to bring to us as a group. We've gone from trying to swap our assets out one time to, yes, oh my golly goshness, as my friend Mr. McCloskey says. That's a lot. It's a silly amount of return. But the idea is that you get to create your own cash flow. We now have a business that we can register someone in who doesn't want to be a networker. So now the new packs, the profit pack comes with 4 robots, bronze status according to our German friends. So you have a bronze status in the dual team and full access to the academy. Now remember, when you're looking at these packs, there is a voucher out there. If you ordered a laptop before, there's a €250 voucher coming for these new packs. Chris is saying, when can we sign up to Crypto Robotics? Oh, actually, that's Drew, not Chris. I believe it's this month. We're getting organised, getting information. We're blundering around, trying to work out the gaps in the information we've got. And I've got to say, I'm really excited about it. It's amazing. So this is what this package will be. 3 months, €250. There's 5 units in it. There's direct commission. So this is going to invigorate our organisations. And yes, somewhere between the 15th and 25th of July, maybe. Thanks, Brad. You can see that there's packages you can do all the way through. it'll increase our cash flow in the organisation substantially. I think they're going to be a great thing. Cannot wait for it to start. The expert pack, this is the one that our crash test dummy is attempting to start playing with, so we can see how it works. Remember, again, there's a €250 voucher. This one also gets you a link to a support person. So I'm hoping that we have all of this stuff. If you get set up correctly and you've got assets in the system that this is using, you will make way more money than it costs you to run this. I mean, way more. Yes, don't forget the vouchers, Camilla. And you can see on 12 months, you're going to get 40 units go through the system. Those 40 units will create bonuses in the dual team. The commissions will create bonuses in the dual team. This is a really, really nice outcome for us. Here's a market warning. Be careful if you're transferring money. Make sure you be careful what you tell your bank. Heritage officially stopped all transactions around cryptocurrency, but be aware, not afraid, because we got gold, baby. Even our government's trying to stop us doing what we're doing, but you saw in that video early on why we need to focus on the gold. Focus on the gold. The voucher hasn't come out yet, Brad. It's coming, I believe, with the laptop. And yes, we are tinfoil hat-wearing aficionados. Heineken flu numbers. Here's our gold price today in AUD, 439% for 20 years, 29.11% for the year. Now, what did Ms. Jen say our up to $1 million fixed rate was? 0.65, if I'm not mistaken. Would that be correct, Jen?
Yes, that is correct, for 12 months term deposit.
12 months term deposit, 0.65%. Thank you. And there you're looking at the number that is live this afternoon, 29.11%. That's amazing. Watch this space for the breakout because everyone's telling us gold is going to go through the roof. Now, while we're on this roll, let's get going with a 90-day momentum plan. Download on the Facebook page. You can download the form, build your business, support each other going along the way. You've got to have some commitment. You've got to push through the barriers that you will come up against. It also means you're going to end up with a bigger business and a bigger Gold Rocks team. It's simple. Set your goals, fill out the PDF, write it down, give it to your sponsor or your closest director. Contact 10 new people per day. You can do this face-to-face contact exactly. Make sure that you've got somebody to talk to and make sure you're doing some presentations. Now, Brad's saying, do you see we'll be able to use KBC for the crypto robotics? Yes, absolutely. We'll have a way to use the assets we've got to pay for that. That's the purpose of this new wallet we've got coming in the system this week. Good point, Brad. And we'll have that voucher. My understanding is they're coming with the laptop. So, okay, we'll get our €250 back out of that. So here's what the form looks like. It's really, really simple. Just make sure that you fill it out and give it to your sponsor or your upline director. Make sure you do that. Let's get this going. If you're not already registered at Gold Rocks, use your Recommenders Gold Rocks link. If you don't have one, just go there, click on the register button at the top of the page. That'll give you a nice link that you can use to send out to everybody. And once you've done that, follow the social media accounts. Keep in touch. Keep connected to our Facebook group and do everything you can to get your 90-day plan going. Let's not miss this momentum. This is going to create some serious momentum. The date claimers, Saturday, 31st of October. We've got some people interested. Please send an email to Carolyn so we can let the people know how many to expect. We'll have to take a punt in probably the next 30 days and tell her whether we want the whole facility or not. So make sure that you do that. That McCloskey person has already started to lay by the beer up there, so you don't want to be left up there having a dry argument. Get in early. Sunday, the 19th of July, Centenary Tavern. We are going to try and Zoom that so that it's live and streamed to everybody else. And the 26th, we'll do one at the Gold Coast. So we'll send out an email to both of those this week. Now that's us for tonight. We've had some great input. That's a great point, Brad. I forgot to mention about using your existing assets to pay for the pack. Good point. Camilla's saying earn cash gold to turn into V999. Yes, you can. Up until the 15th of October, any cash gold that you earn, you can turn into a V999 coin. So that's us for tonight. Do we have any questions? Please unmute yourself and we'll be able to answer your questions, I hope. Yes, Brad, there's still 2 lots of theories on the bonus univals. I've sent off a whole bunch of queries about that in the last few days. Any other questions? Yes, I would just leave them there for the moment if they're not in a vault. Nobody asking questions. It's all good. Vivian, thank you. I cannot say ourselves. We need help move forward. Yes, Vivian, but if you're in Gold Rocks, you're not going to get left behind. And that's why we have this organisation, to make sure everybody gets the opportunity. Everyone goes forward together. Can you type in, Camilla, what the Facebook Duver is? Apparently, I'm in it. I think we go to, I think you've got a request to be a member now. Camilla, are you still there? Gold Rocks Me Team. There you go. Gold Rocks Me Team. Is that what you search for in Facebook, is it? Yes, excellent. I'll have a go at doing that myself. Well, apparently I'm in it. I see things from it, but I can't find it. That's just because I'm so skillful with Facebook. Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming along. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you've learnt a few things. We will focus on this new lot of information and see what we can do to clarify it. Thanks, everybody. We hope you have a golden night, and we'll see you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great night.